Women are always right. Just thought I'd toss that out there. My daughter asked me to keep this brief, which is giving me yet another opportunity to disappoint her. It all started in 1953. Lucille Ball had a baby that she named Ricky. Alexis's grandmother, Vivian, said she was enamored with the show and the name Ricky. So she said, no matter what child I have, boy or girl, I'm going to name them Ricky. And that's where Ricky came from. And as long as I'm mentioning Ricky, I just want to say that she pretty much single-handedly put together this entire weekend and did a remarkable job. Sweetie, I love you, and thank you. Thank you for everything. So, I'm not really starting in 1953. I'm going back further, a couple hundred years, when the groom's family really didn't do much with the wedding. It was the bride's family that put the whole thing together. And in return, you usually got, as the groom's family usually gave the bride's family a dowry. And we certainly think that Alexis is worth a couple of camels, a few sheep, and maybe a goat. I don't know. But times have changed, and we're very fortunate that the Nordins and his family have changed with it, because without them, we wouldn't be here tonight. They stepped up immediately to help us, and if they didn't, we would be in the Motel 6 in Ocala right now. So I want to thank Rhonda and Lauren for such a wonderful young gentleman as Jordan. He is terrific. Just to give you an idea, when we first met him, we went to dinner, and after dinner, Alexis came with us and said, "So, what do you think?" I looked at her and I said, "I'd date him." But the rest of that is, my standards were a lot lower in college. A lot lower. But anyway, he was a great guy. And when he wanted to ask for my daughter's hand in marriage, I knew it was coming, and I knew pretty much, I had a good idea of what weekend it was going to be. They came up, and we go through the whole weekend. He's had opportunities to talk to me, not a peep. We go to batting practice Sunday morning. And by the way, he is a monster at the plate and a stud in the outfield. He is. He's really terrific. So anyway, we go home, still not a word. We have to meet Ricky and Alexis for lunch. We get in the car, and he says, "So, how far away is this restaurant?" I said, "Oh, it's about 5 minutes." And I'm thinking, it's coming. And he said, "Well, the reason I'm here, really part of the reason, is to ask for your daughter's hand in marriage." And we had a little, chat, and I ended up, of course, saying, "Love to have it happen." And then this week, as a matter of fact, Jordan and I were alone, and I said, "You mind if we have a conversation from hell from your future father-in-law?" And we had a little chat, and Jordan locked eyes with me because of the concerns that I expressed, and said, "Sure, what's up?" And I told him, and he said, he answered the question, responded very positively, and I was impressed, so everything was fine there. But getting back to his family, there's also Lauren and Susan, who have progressed from a couple hundred years ago and said, "Let's get together and make this a great wedding for the kids." And when the budget was blown, which it was immediately, Tommy and Tanya were there, and they said, "No worries, let's just give the kids the weddings that they've always dreamed of," or the wedding they've always dreamed of. And we are most grateful to his family for helping. So, what can we expect in a marriage? Well, it will have its ups and downs. Jordan, anything that you've heard about a man and his castle forget it. Because like I said to open, women are always right. And if you disagree, you may find yourself face down in the moat. But more than that, ups and downs are expected, and you've got to get through them together. So how do you get through them? What's the secret to a happy marriage? 2 words. Yes, dear. Practice it with me, Jordan. Yes, dear. And you've got to pick your battles. Never go to war over the small things. And you know what? They're all small things. The important things are family. That's all there is. In 20 years, the car you're driving is going to be scrap metal. The place you live may be torn down and an amusement park in its place. But your legacy is your family, more importantly, your children. Alexis is our crown jewel, our lifetime's accomplishment. And we're pretty proud of her. She really is a remarkable young lady. And I just want to have you raise your glass and remember, I forget what I was supposed to say. There was something though, but, oh, put your glass down. The other secrets to a happy marriage. I can't believe I blew right past this. There's 2 other things, and they're both involved in like 30 seconds. The first one was told to me by a man I have immense respect for, a man that's here tonight, by the name of Paul Townsend. Paul told me that whenever he and his bride argue and things are getting heated, 30-second kiss. And you recenter yourself and things go back towards normal. The other thing is every day, you need to hug each other for 30 seconds. And I'll tell you, both of those work. I've used them both, and they're wonderful. You just hug your wife or husband or whatever for 30 seconds every day. And it just reaffirms the bond that you have and the love that you have for each other. I want you two to remember the love that you feel for each other right now for the rest of your lives. So now, raise your glass, and may you prosper and propagate. And cheers to Mr. and Mrs. Nordin. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a nice round of applause for Chuck, father of the bride out here, giving a great toast.